let's take a second to talk about the Lemons Rolls Royce.
Why you $500 classic ruin my ass?
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of car that causes somebody on the internet who has never been to a Lemons race, has no intention of going to a Lemons race,
does not have $500,
has no intention of going outdoors, to make a critical comment about. And here's the deal. In the real world, there is nothing less valuable than a clapped out, expensive luxury car, especially this kind of not desirable, what is it, 70s Rolls Royce? This is the second one of this Rolls Royce model that we've seen in Lemons.
These are actually, and this is literally true, these cars are actually worth less than scrap value. You can weigh them, and that would be a certain amount as a steel ingot. You can get less money for it unmelted and taken apart.
So that's the scientific explanation of how you get an expensive car like a Rolls Royce into the 24 Hours of Lemons. Of course, the unofficial explanation is we love real stupid-ass cars being raced on a road course, and a 6,000-pound outdated Rolls Royce obviously falls into that category. Now, this particular Rolls Royce is run by Pacific Motors and its proprietor, Darko. And he owns a exotic car dismantling business. So in addition to access to Rolls Royce, he's got access to all kinds of weird stuff.
Vipers, Lambos, Ferraris, Aston Martins.
He looked at one of those Vipers and he said, you know, it would be awesome in his Rolls Royce. Giant boat anchor of a Chrysler V10. Awesome. And so that's what he did. He swapped in a Viper V10 into this Rolls Royce, further angering the internet commentariat. And we don't care, because look at it, it's freaking amazing. And of course, as is often the case with cars like this, it didn't run for shit. The first race he brought it to, it did a couple of laps and then it blew up. Second race, it did no laps and then it blew up. And it's to the point where Darko, he emailed us and he says, you know guys, I love the fact that you guys are enjoying my car, but I'm really wasting my time with this
is
bullshit.
Just terrible. Yeah, but Darko being Darko, he doesn't just say, I'm wasting my time, this is terrible, I'm not doing this anymore. He says, hey, what do you guys suggest is a better motor alternative for this 6,000-pound mid-1970s utterly valueless Rolls Royce? And we love those kinds of questions.
Yeah, and I think he really has three basic strategy options. Option one is the smart path.
No shit.
Option number two is something that is weird and interesting like the Viper, but not the Viper, and maybe he gets lucky on the roulette wheel and somehow it works better than the Viper. That includes stuff like the Lambo V12.
Yeah, the Volkswagen W8. Like an auxiliary power unit turbine, Mazda 4-rotor. You know, the list kind of goes on and on. I'm very partial to the flathead Ford.
And then there's option three, which is perhaps the most difficult, which is an engine that sounds interesting or terrible,
sounds dicey,
but has an inexplicably okay track record in the 24 Hours of Lemons. And that's a pretty short list. Off the top of my head, you've got your Alpha V6, should be bad, is kind of good.
Actually not terrible.
GM Pushrod V6. When Anton does it, it seems pretty good.
Saturn 4-cylinders in there, Ford Source Jaguar V8, those things are unkillable.
Now, speaking as Lemons organizers who don't actually have to live with the horrible reality of trying to campaign an engine swap Rolls Royce, our obvious preference is option number two. Yeah, you don't need to deal with that Viper anymore. You've been there, done that. Go get yourself a W8 and it'll be super awesome. It'll be like a modern Rolls Royce, really. Like a German
like
Rolls Royce. Yeah, exactly. So that was different. That's our first choice. Our second choice would be, you know, putting a Saturn 4-cylinder in it, because that would be pretty sweet too. And a distant third is option number one, which is the smart choice of a normal engine that might actually run.
I'm actually thinking 3 Saturn 4-cylinders for an inline 12.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. But okay, here's the deal. You guys have shown that you are quite willing to type in and complain why you ruin classic, etc.
My ass.
Do something productive. You want to weigh in on this? Weigh in. What should Darko put in his Rolls Royce? Print it.
Thanks for watching Lemons World.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Nice job! Harder, you trolls! Harder! You're hurting me money!